Good morning. Wow. So today we're celebrating tons of things. It is National Indigenous Peoples Day, it's Father's Day, and it's International Yoga Day. So if you're joining me this morning, thank you so much for stopping by. And hopefully, this will be a nice way to start your day, whatever you're celebrating. I do want to give a little shout out to my dad who might be watching. He's been a loyal fan with the spin classes and yoga. So happy Father's Day, Dad. Love you. All right, so we'll get started. Find a comfortable seated position, maybe sitting up on a pillow or just your mat, whatever feels comfortable. Just make sure that your sit bones are nicely rooted. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through your spine, through the back of your neck, closing your eyes, and placing your hands on your knees. And if you're feeling as though you need to land and feel rooted, just keep your palms face down on your legs. And if you're feeling like you need a pick me up, a little more energy, just flip your palms over and begin to tap into your breath. Inhaling through your nose, expanding through your chest and your belly, and exhaling, letting the belly soften and your body relax. Inhaling deep, see if you can lengthen that inhale just a bit more. And exhale, slowly let it go. Keep lengthening your inhales and exhales. And today, since it's the second official day of summer, let's concentrate on inviting in light. Maybe that's getting outdoors more, committing to some self-love outside in the sunshine, or perhaps tapping into your inner light and recognizing what brings you that sense of lightness and vitality. Committing to fostering that throughout the summer season. Nurturing yourself in whatever way that, or whatever form that comes in. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let it all go. And keeping your eyes closed. Inhale, reach your hands out, palms face up, reaching your hands up above your head. Exhale, palms together up top, and slide them down through heart center. Inhale, open the arms out wide. Reach up. And exhale, slide the hands down through heart center. Keep that going. Follow your breath. Inhale to lift the hands up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Centering and balancing, inviting in the light. And 3 more. Inhale deep. Maybe look up at the sky if your eyes are open. And 1 more. Inhale deep, biggest one yet. And exhale. And opening your eyes. Place your hands on the ground. Inhale, reach your left arm up and over. Place it on top of your right ear. And gently bring your neck into a little stretch here. Maybe walking your right fingertips out if you need a little bit more of a stretch. And on your next inhale, float your head on up and the hand comes down to the ground. Inhale, other side. And placing that hand over the ear. And on your next inhale, let your head float on up. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist over to the left, placing your right hand on the knee, maybe looking over your shoulder. On your inhale, come on back through center, stretch nice and long, active through your fingertips. And on your exhale, twist over to the other side. Begin to follow your breath, inhaling as you lengthen. Exhaling to twist. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, twist. Waking up your spine. Inhale, lengthen long. And exhale, hands come back down to the ground, out to the sides. And if you're sitting on a prop, maybe remove it off to the side. And begin to stir your spine. So you're making a circle with your spine. And still nice and straight through the spine, moving in one direction. This circle can be as big or small as you like. And holding on to the knees. Maybe begin to make that circle just a little bit bigger. Link your breath with your movement. Inhaling as you come forward. Exhaling as you stir back. 3 more in this direction. And then begin to switch it up, going to the other side. And if Ujjayi Pranayama is part of your practice, go ahead. That's that nice heating breath, ocean breath, breathing through your nose, inhaling and exhaling, constricting at the back of your throat. And you can probably hear my breath. Hopefully it's not too annoying. I remember when I first started going to yoga and I heard people breathing like that. I was like, what is going on here? All right, 3 more stirs in this direction. And come back to center, lengthen through your spine. I'm going to turn myself this way. We're going to get into the abdominals. So before we begin, start by zipping up through your belly. So your navel to spine, as though you could touch your belly button to the spine and lift on up. That'll give you the strength that you need. Lifting from the pelvic floor. Those are the muscles that help you hold your pee whenever you need to. As you inhale, sweep those hands up to the sky. On the exhale, begin to bring your fists down, hugging your elbows into your sides, leaning back. Inhale, sweep on up. Exhale, lean back, and maybe incorporate a little lift of those feet. Ankles are crossed. Inhale, sweep on up. Exhale, beginning to warm up, firing up your belly. And when you get up here, just cross your ankles the other way if you're lifting up your feet. And keep it going. Follow your breath. Exhaling as you hug those elbows in. Inhaling as you sweep forward. Maintaining that nice integrity of the spine, lengthening through the spine. And one more. This time, if you have your feet lifted, uncross your ankles, hug your knees together, coming into Navasana, boat pose. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Can you straighten the legs? Maybe you're wavering a little bit. I am for sure shaking. That means you're working. Woo! And place your feet on the ground. Give yourself a little hug. A little sway from side to side. And begin to roll over your knees, finding hands and knees on the ground. So your wrists are right underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips, and your knees are hip distance apart. Feel free to untuck your toes or tuck them under, whatever feels good for you. Going into cat-cow. So as you inhale, tip that tailbone back as though you could reach it up to the sky. Roll your shoulders back and just look ahead. Soft on the neck, not looking up too high. Exhale, begin to tuck your tailbone under and press the ground away. Looking towards your belly button. Keep that going. Inhaling as you come into cow posture. Exhaling as you slowly curve in, getting into all the little nooks and crannies of your spine, following your breath. And feel free to stay in either one of these postures just a bit longer if you feel it. And we're going to incorporate a little down dog into this. So coming into cow pose. On the exhale, curve the spine going into cat, and then pressing your feet down to the ground and lifting the knees up, coming into downward dog. Inhaling back to cow posture. Exhaling to cat, and then sliding into down dog. And keep that going. And one more set. And staying here in down dog. Pedal out your feet. Find any movement you like here. Give your head a little shake. Yes, no. Stick out your tongue. Relaxing through your face. Relaxing through your forehead. And pressing into the outer edges of your hands with a little space underneath your palm. As though you could maybe hold a little ladybug there very happily underneath your palms. And as you press into the outer edges of your hands, press your arm bones back and away from the ears. Sliding your shoulders back, lengthening through your spine, lifting your tailbone up to the sky. And then think about pressing the heels down to the ground. And if you find your spine is sort of curving as you try to reach your heels to the ground, just bend your knees. The whole point is not to get your heels to the ground. You first want to have a really nice long spine. And begin to look forward and step your way to the top of your mat. Finding Uttanasana. And give yourself a little sway from side to side here. Maybe holding on to opposite elbows. And taking a couple of deep breaths. And bringing your fingertips back down towards the ground. Inhale, half lift, lengthening through your spine, maybe bringing your palms to your shins, long through the neck as you look down towards the ground in front of you. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll on up, reach your hands up to the sky. And exhale, hands through heart center. Standing in Tadasana at the top of your mat. Maybe your feet are hip distance apart. Maybe your big toes are touching. Whatever feels good for you. Close your eyes, ground down through your feet. And as you ground through your feet, think about lifting, kind of like a counter stretch from your hips up through the crown of your head. And staying here with the eyes closed, inhale, reach your hands up above the head. And exhale, slide your hands down through heart center. Do that twice more. Inhale, lift up. Lengthen a bit more. Exhale, hands through heart center. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands through heart center, opening your eyes. Inhale, reach those hands up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step it back to your plank. Taking a moment to find your alignment in plank. So your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Really think about tucking your tailbone under, scooping under, and lengthening through your spine, pressing your heels away towards the back of the room. On your exhale, bend your knees down to the ground and slowly bring yourself down to the ground. So you're sliding your elbows close to your ribcage. As you inhale, press through your toes, slide your heart forward, coming into Cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes and make your way to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, find any movement you like here. And settling into your down dog, inhale, look forward. And exhale, bend your knees and feel free to step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll on up, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. We'll do that same thing a couple more times, just a bit faster. Inhale, reach those hands up. Exhale, fold, follow your breath. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, feel free to lower the knees or travel through chaturanga, knees up. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll on up, reach towards the sky, feel powerful. And exhale, hands through heart center. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, slide your knee forward, step that foot ahead, coming into a lunge. Lower your back knee to the ground. Feel free to untuck the toes if you like. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Lifting up through that navel to spine and scissoring your legs. And then think about bringing yourself a little further down into the lunge, lowering your hips. Looking up to the sky if you like. Taking a couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale, frame the foot, tuck the toes, lift the knee, and step back to downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step that foot forward. Lower the back knee to the ground. And inhale, sweep it on up. Finding your low lunge. Zipping up through your belly, scissoring your legs. Make sure your hips are in alignment. Maybe looking ahead or up to the sky. Sink just a little bit lower, getting into your hips. Inhale. Exhale, frame the foot. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, and step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Walk your fingertips off the mat. So you're tenting your fingers and lifting the palms up. Your elbows are lifted up as well. 90-degree angle on the arms. As you inhale, press into your fingertips and think about there being like a little rope tied to your upper back. You're kind of being pulled like a little marionette. All the way up, lifting your chest. And exhale down. Really think about pressing the tops of your feet into the mat as you lift on up. Twice more. Inhale, press up, lift your chest proud. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. And lift on up through your knees to downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll on up, reach to the sky. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, bend your knees, finding Utkatasana. So I'll just switch here. With my knees together, big toes touching, and a space between the heels. You want to squeeze your legs together. If you're going for feet parallel, hip distance, just make sure your knees are tracking over your toes. Sweeping your arms up to the sky. Lengthen long. Sit just a little bit lower. Good job. Slide your hands through heart center. Inhale. Exhale, begin to twist over to the left, placing your right elbow over that leg. So your elbow or your upper arm area is right on that left leg. Pressing your hands together and think about getting your heart into line with the hands there. Take a look back at your right knee. If it's poking forward, slide your right hip back into line with the left. And then that'll help you get your knees back into line. Inhale here. On the exhale, like a champ, you're going to lift up this right leg and step it back into a lunge. Woo! You can do it. Go for it. And once you land there and you find your balance, just make sure that your feet aren't one foot in front of the other. You're not on a tightrope. Your feet are about hip distance apart. On your inhale, widen those arms. Exhale, slide the hands back together. Twice more. Inhale, open. Exhale, together. Inhale, open wide. Twist it out. Twisting from your mid and upper back. And exhale, hands together. Find yourself back to center. Lower your fingertips to the ground. Lower your back knee to the ground. We're going to go into lizard pose. So if you love lizard and you like using a block, just bring that with you. Place the block just in the center of your mat, right next to your left foot. You can adjust it accordingly if you like. Begin to turn your left foot out at about 45 degrees and maybe even widen the leg just a bit beyond hip distance apart. You can stay up here on your fingertips if you like, or you can lower your forearms to your block. And if you're not using a block, you can feel free to come right on down to the ground. And there's tons of options in lizard. So find what works for you. A couple more options I'll give you. Tucking your back toes under, lift your back knee off the ground. And you can also take your left hand onto the thigh and spiral your chest over to the left as you press into that leg. There's like 11 options in lizard. Now take a moment to settle into whatever you have chosen. Take some deep breaths as I let the kitty in. Hey there. And of course, if at any point the yoga postures do not feel comfortable, just come on out, make an adjustment. Child's pose is always available to you. This is your practice, so you do what you need to do for yourself. Take another deep breath in. And when you're ready, walk that foot back into line with your hips so your toes are pointed forward. Lift your back toe your back knee and step it back to downward facing dog. Give yourself a chance to walk it out. Notice any differences in your legs there. You might feel one leg is a little more flexy than the other. And when you're ready, inhale, bend your knees, look ahead, and spring forward or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands forward as you sit down into Utkatasana, fierce pose. And exhale, hands through heart center, straightening the legs. Take a moment to find your Tadasana, rooting through the feet, lifting up, proud through the chest. I'm going to go into tree pose. Good pose for summer, since the leaves are finally all out. All right, so your feet are about hip distance apart. Begin to shift your weight over to the right. Bring your hands to heart center if you like, or on your hips. And begin to lift your left foot either right to the ankle, you can stay right there, to your calf, or maybe you want to grab the foot and place it on the thigh. Pressing that knee out as you also press your foot into the leg and your leg into the foot. It's like a little sandwich, an ice cream sandwich. Bring your hands to heart center and really think about zipping up through that standing leg. So you're lifting up nice and tall. Find your gaze point, something still to look at. And if you like, begin to lift your hands up. Finding any mudra you like, thumbs up. That's a victory mudra. Maybe chin mudra. Or maybe just wild hands like you're at a summer party. Take another deep breath. And on your exhale, press that knee forward and place the foot on the ground. Bring your hands through heart center. She's going to howl at me now. Step to the top of your mat. Getting ready for the other side. I'll let her out because she will just keep doing that until I let her go. All right, so at the top of your mat, maybe your big toes are touching with a space between the heels, or your feet are hip distance apart, going into fierce pose. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, slide the hands together to heart center. Maybe sit down just a little bit lower. Inhale here. On your exhale, begin to twist from your spine, low back, mid back, all the way over to the right, placing your left elbow over the right thigh. Pressing your hands together nice and strongly. Bring your hands and your heart into alignment. Take a look back at your left knee. Is it poking forward? If so, slide that left hip back. Inhale here, and on your exhale, begin to step your left foot back. Find your lunge, like a champ, a ninja champ, really quiet. On your inhale, open the arms wide, feel powerful. Exhale, hands together. Twice more, inhale, open wide. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, palms together. Slide yourself back to center. Place your fingertips on the ground. Lower your back knee down. Preparing for lizard pose on this side. So walking your right foot out, finding 45-degree angle, and your leg might be just beyond hip distance apart from your hip, if that makes sense. Bring your block here if you're going to use it, and just check in with what your needs are on this side. One side can be really different from the other side. Maybe you want to stay up on your fingertips. Perhaps you want to come on down to your block or maybe the ground. Other options include tucking your back toes under, lifting your knee up off the ground. Maybe taking your right hand and placing it on the thigh and spiraling your chest open to the right side. You can also do that with the leg lifted, whatever you like. Take some deep breaths as though you could send your breath into those areas of tension, relaxing and softening, inviting in some lightness. One more deep breath in. And begin to come on back out of it, sliding that foot back into line with the hip, toes pointed forward. Tuck your back toes under, lift the knee, and find yourself back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet and notice any sensations in your body. Settling into your downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward. And you know what? We've got to go into tree on the other side. So make your way to the top of your mat. I almost forgot about your tree. I know you'd be really upset at me. Give yourself a little shake. My mind was moving on to other things. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees and sweep the arms up, finding Utkatasana. And exhale, hands through heart center, straightening the legs. Going into tree on the other side. So your hands are at heart center or maybe at your hips. Begin to shift your weight into your left foot and pick up your right foot. Maybe bring it to the ankle, your calf, or the leg. Find your gaze point. Find that thing you're going to look at. It's going to help you balance. Lifting up through that standing leg and hip. Lifting up through the belly. Pressing that bent leg out to the side as you make that ice cream sandwich between the foot and the leg. Hands at heart center. And then think about lifting your arms up. Maybe your hands are together up above the head. Or maybe you're reaching your branches out, inviting in the light. Tapping into your breath. As you inhale, reach those hands up above the head, palms together. Exhale, hands through heart center. Point that knee forward and place the foot on the ground. Give yourself a little shake from side to side. Stepping to the top of your mat. Grounding through your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward, finding your warrior two stance. So your back foot, your back heel comes down to the ground, finding heel to arch alignment. So front heel in line with the back arch, or if you need more stabilizing, heel to heel alignment. That'll widen your base. As you press into your feet, begin to windmill your arms out, finding warrior two. Shoulders right over your hips, reaching your arms out powerfully from end to end, zipping up through your belly, pressing into the outer edge of your back foot, and then sinking just a little bit lower. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior, but begin to slide that left hand in front of the belly. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, same thing. Coming into side angle pose, slide that right arm in front of the belly. It's kind of more of a challenging flow, not resting the arms on the body. Keep it going. Follow your breath. Leaning forward, still reaching powerfully from end to end. Yeah, and then finding your side angle pose. Feel free to place that elbow on the thigh. We're gonna hold it here for a moment. Really thinking about external rotation through that left hip, through your rib cage, and reaching your arm either up to the sky or towards the front of your mat. Take your bottom arm, if you'd like, and think about holding a giant beach ball in front of you here, finding the core challenge version of your side angle pose. Nothing moves when you release that arm. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straighten that front leg, bring that beach ball up above the head, parallel your feet, and on your exhale, bring your arms out to the sides and forward fold with a flat back. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long, fingertips to the ground, long through the neck. And exhale, fold. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, ripple that spine nice and long. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen long. And exhale, fold. Begin to walk your hands over to the left foot. So your right hand comes to the left ankle. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, twist it out. Exhale, your hands travel across the mat over to the other side. Inhale, twist it out, hand to ankle, and right arm to the sky. You can look wherever you like, wherever feels comfortable on your neck. Exhale, sweep across. Inhale, lift. Keep it going, follow your breath. Feel free to hold either side just a little bit longer. One more on each side. And bringing your hands back down to the ground. And then take your hands to your hips. Inhale with a flat back, come on up. And maybe jump your feet together or step them together. A little bit of cardio, just a bit of cardio in your yoga, right? All right, bring your feet hip distance apart, going into Malasana, your yogic squat. Feel free to have your block handy if you're gonna sit on that. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center, bend at the knees, and sit your hips down. Elbows come to the insides of the legs. As you press your hands forward, lengthen through your spine. And if you find it difficult to relax the hips down, just sit on a block or a pillow. This is all about stretching, not strength building. Close your eyes if you want. Maybe give yourself a little shift from side to side, finding any movement that feels good for you here. And when you're ready, place your fingertips on the ground. Begin to lift your hips up to the ceiling or the sky. Walk your feet back to parallel and give yourself a little sway from side to side. And when you're ready, gently bend your knees just a little bit and slowly roll on up. Head comes up last. Give your shoulders a couple shrugs here, rolling back. Stepping to the top of your mat and preparing for the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward and prepare for your warrior two. First, we check in with our alignment with our feet, lowering the back heel to the ground and checking for heel to arch alignment or heel to heel alignment. Left knee is right over the ankle. Inhale, sweep the arms up, finding your warrior two. Just switch myself over this way. Feeling powerful as you draw up through the belly. Lengthen your arms out, nice and powerful. And look over your front fingertips. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior with that arm sweeping in front. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose, sweeping the left arm in front. Keep it going, follow your breath. Moving intentionally. Last set. bring yourself back up to warrior two. Then place your elbow on the thigh and reach that top arm either up to the sky or next to your ear and reaching towards the top of the mat. Really pressing that lowered elbow into the leg just to keep your shoulder away from your ear. Pressing into the outer edge of your back foot and rotating through your hips and your rib cage up to the sky. Give yourself a little bonus challenge if you like. Begin to slide that bottom arm out, holding onto your giant beach ball or big ball of ice cream. Yeah, that's more my style. Keep that twist, keep that integrity of the posture. Inhale, straighten that front leg, reach those arms up above the head. And begin to parallel your feet. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, forward fold, reach those arms out to the side. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the spine. Come on up to the fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen long. And exhale, fold. And inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Couple of options here. You can continue your twistiness we just did on the other side. Feel free to either plant your left hand on the ground in front of you and twist, or take that left hand to the ankle and do your sweeping. If you want to get into your hips and lower body, I invite you to do a little sort of a dance here. Begin to bend into your right leg and lift your left toes up. So you're flexing the foot. Reach that left arm behind you, kind of like you're checking your mirror before you're going to pass on the highway. Maybe it's best not to talk about roads right now. Inhale. Exhale, over to the other side. And inhale, open up. Exhale to switch. And inhale to open. Keep it going. Feel free to go as slow as you like, fast as you like. Whatever suits you. Maybe you just want to stay here for a moment and just stretch it out. Bring back to mind what we talked about at the beginning of class. So what is going to bring you light, levity, vitality this summer? How are you going to nourish yourself? Feel good. And when you feel good, you also help others feel good around you. One more on each side. And find yourself back to center here, feet parallel, hanging out. Begin to walk your hands behind you, between your legs. So I'll just show you on this, at this vantage point. So my palms are flat on the ground, and I'm walking my hands between the legs behind me, using the sort of compression of my hands on the mat as though I could drag myself through the legs. You can even bend your elbows. Bring yourself further into the fold. One more deep breath. And on your next inhale, walk your hands back forward and just bring your feet together underneath you. And give yourself a little forward fold here, facing the top of your mat. And begin to bend your knees and slowly roll on up. At the top, give your shoulders a little roll from side to side. From side to side, back, I should say. And on your next inhale, sweep those arms up above the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, step it back to puppy pose. So bring your knees down to the ground. So your hips are going to remain right over your knees. Your knees are hip distance apart. Begin to slide your hands forward and then begin to bring your forehead, nose, chin, whatever, down to the mat. Generally, the elbows are kept lifted up and you're externally rotating your arms. What does that mean? So external rotation of your left arm would mean that you're turning it counterclockwise. And external rotation of your right arm would mean you're turning it clockwise. Take a couple of deep breaths. And when you're ready, begin to lift on up, walk your hands back, widen your knees, and bring yourself into child's pose, wide-legged child's pose. Again, sliding your hands forward. This time your elbows do come down to the ground. Palms face down if you feel like you need some grounding, softness. Palms face up if you're feeling like you require a little more energy. Beginning to slow things down as we get into our floor sequence. And on your next inhale, sit on up. Begin to slide yourself down onto your bottom. Bring your left foot to the inner thigh, your right leg. Make sure your hips are lining up with that extended leg, nice long line from your hip down to the leg. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, hinge from your hips and reach either for your ankle or your foot. If you're using a strap, you can certainly incorporate it here, wrapping it around the foot and gently pulling on it as you bend into the elbows. Getting into a little bit of stretchy goodness before we move on into the rest of our summer. What are all the days? It's today, Father's Day, National Indigenous Peoples Day, and International Yoga Day. There's something for everybody to celebrate. And as you inhale, walk those hands back up your leg. Place your left hand at the side of your left hip. On your inhale, sweep your right arm in front of you, making a circle all the way back. Lift your hips up. So you're pressing your hips forward as you come up onto your left shin. Lift up, extending your right leg. Maybe looking behind you. And exhale, lower down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweep the arm in front and back. Gentle back bend. And exhale, lower down. Extend your left leg out, going right on into the other side. So your right foot comes to the left thigh. Line up your hips, in line with the foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up. exhale, forward fold. Maybe you're holding on to the calf, your ankle, perhaps your toes. Being sure not to force anything at any time, just riding your edge. Taking those deep breaths, sending softness into the back of that leg. And when you're ready, walk your hand back up your leg. Place your right hand next to your right hip. Going into that little back bend as you inhale, sweep the left arm in front and behind, pressing, whoa, I'm sliding. Pressing your hips forward. Exhale, lower down. I need to shift myself over here. And inhale, sweep on up. Last one. Gentle back bend. And exhale, lower down. Place your feet in front of you. Reaching your arms ahead, inhaling. And on your exhale, slowly lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Ooh, that feels good. Lying down. Hug your right leg into your chest. And hold on to it with your left hand as you extend the right arm out, either cactus arm, bent at the elbow, or extending it long. On your exhale, coming into a little twist, pulling that leg across your body. Maybe looking over your right shoulder if that's available to you. Couple of deep breaths. Inhale, come on back through center, switching it up, pulling your left knee into your chest. And then extending your left arm out. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, pull that leg across the body as you come on into the twist. Allowing your body to soften, relax. Inhale, come on back through center. Pull both knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up to the knees. Tight little package, little ball. And on your next exhale, sigh it out and extend the legs out long. Give yourself a great big stretch from end to end. Flex your feet, point the toes. Wiggle yourself around before settling into your Shavasana. This will be about a 1 minute relaxation. Your chance to tune into the sensations of your body. Notice any passing thoughts and simply let them go. And imagine a warm ray of sunshine passing over your body. And as it passes over you, you begin to relax. Starting at your toes, traveling up the legs, your hips, your lower back, spine, up through the shoulders, relaxing the arms, feeling the warmth of that sunshine melting your body into the mat. Your head becomes heavy. Face softens. Jaw relaxes. And take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out through your mouth. If you'd like to stay here in Shavasana longer, you feel free to stay right there. And if you're ready to come on out of your practice, give your toes a little wiggle. Begin to shift over to one side. And when you're ready, gently come on up to a seated position. With your eyes closed, hands together at heart center in Anjali Mudra. And take a moment to thank yourself for your practice today, inviting in light and the levity of our new season, a new beginning, hopefully. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon, hopefully in person at some point. Take care and have a wonderful Sunday. Bye for now.